Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report daily marketing tips. Well, today today is a great day. Today is Monday. We just got through with our weekend. We just had a great weekend of sales, hopefully, and a lot of you guys were really looking forward to the things that you were going to accomplish this week on Monday. Monday sets you up for the rest of the week. It gets you momentum for the weekend. Mondays should be something that you should look forward to. Now, if you're average, if you're mediocre, then Monday's going to be a drag. You're going to call it Blue Monday. Somebody's going to ask you, "How are you today?" And you're going to be like, "Oh, I'm so tired. I wish there was another day on the weekend." That's because they're not making money. That's because they're not successful. That's because they're beating their head against the wall day after day. And also, it's because you're listening to those who are jealous of you and they're flying monkeys. Well, you may say, what is a flying monkey? A flying monkey is a person who is hovering around someone who is jealous of you. That jealous person is going to recruit other people to also try to sabotage you, to try to smear you, and to try to overall stop what momentum you have going. We talked in previous videos about momentum and how important it is to keep your momentum going, keep your train moving. Nothing can stop a moving train. Nothing. Whatever's on the track is just going to get ran over, and the train is barely going to even be affected. You got to be like that train. You got to take those flying monkeys and you got to pull them out of the sky. You got to take that jealous person and you got to cut them off. You got to not give them access to your life. You got to not give them access to what you got going on. And definitely, if they're one of your employees, if they're a vice president, if they're a board member or anything like that, you got to let them go. Don't be afraid to get rid of employees who are unproductive. Don't be afraid to get rid of employees who are a part of the 80%. Focus on the 20%. They say that 20% of your employees are going to account for 80% of your sales. Now, a lot of you guys are operating a business, a small business, especially the ones I work with. Very few, if any, have a marketing department. You might have your daughter, you might have your son, you might have a cousin who's doing your marketing. How's that working? If you don't consider marketing as a vital department in your company, you're not going to grow. Nobody's going to know that you exist. How many people drive past your street? How many people stop at your business compared to your competition? If you don't keep an eye, I talked to a lady the other day, and she says she doesn't pay attention to her competition. I didn't think that was very smart. I think you should know your market, know your total market share, and know what piece of the pie in your market that you're getting from the market share. How do you know you're growing if you don't know what you're growing from? How do you know you're growing if you don't know where you came from? How do you know you're growing when you don't know the overall pot? Do some research. You should know how much money your industry is grossing overall. You should know how much money your industry is growing in your state. You should know how much money your company or your industry is grossing in your county. You should know the market share in your city. If you run a photo shop and there's five other photo shops in town, well, guess what? There's five options for that market in your city to go to. You should know what place you're in amongst those five. If you don't, how are you going to know if you're the best? How are you going to know if you're second best? How are you going to know if there's somebody else that is doing the same thing you're doing a lot better than you? Why is the customer choosing the other guy and not choosing you? Well, these are things that I employ you to research. These are things that I would like for you to know, because you won't know if you're growing if you don't know where you're growing from. But one thing for sure, one thing for certain, you cannot listen to those who are against you, those who are talking negatively about you. 9 times out of 10, they're not business owners. 9 times out of 10, they're not putting in the hours that you put in. 9 times out of 10, they haven't obtained the education that you've obtained. So don't worry about them. You are a special, special person. You opened up a business. You developed a skill that you can market. Don't listen to the jealous people and the flying monkeys around them. Cut them off. Don't let them have access to you. You are too special to be around them. You're a winner. They're losers. You're an achiever. They're comfortable. You're going to be great. They're just talking about it. Well, those jealous people don't define you. They don't make you. They weren't there when you got your business license. They weren't there when you signed that lease. They were not there when you developed that skill. So don't allow them to be there to tear down all the hard work that you did to get to this point. Now, where marketing comes in, where advertising comes in, is they'll be that positive friend. The advertiser, your marketing guy is your best friend, I'm telling you. I just I'll tell a story of a barber shop that me and my son were the very first customers. Maybe not me, I don't have any hair, but my son was his very first customer. He opened on a Monday. We came through on a Wednesday. I visited him 2 weeks later after uh, he ordered advertising from my newspaper, and now, well, a week ago when I talked to him, he was averaging 4 customers a day. That's four more than he had when he started. And if he's cutting hair for $30 a cut, now he's making himself $120 plus tips. So now he has a job. Now he has an income. When before he just had a building. He told me that many people in his life were against him owning a shop. They were talking bad about him for quitting his job. But now he's got a viable business, and all he has to do is keep it growing. And that's many of your stories out there is, if you just keep going, if you stop listening to the naysayers, if you listen to that confident person within you, that confident person in your head that knows that you can service customers on a high level, now you're set up to market. Your marketing guy is your best friend. The jealous people and the flying monkeys, well, let them fuel you. Anyway, this is the Hill Report, daily marketing tips. I'm WD3. Let's go get some sales.